Hey guys, welcome to the video. In this video, we're going to share with you businesses that you can start now in Sierra Leone and be making more profit. These are overlooked businesses. We've not been looking at them, we've ignored them over the period, and those businesses are booming presently in our country. But let's see, we are not able to yet undergo, or we are not able to look at them properly because we see things they are businesses that are not worth doing. But today I want to bring it to you and to clearly advise you to engage in this type of businesses so that you'll be making money at the end of the investment period. They are not like the get quick rich businesses, but if you undergo them with that determination, you have that cautiousness, you have that belief that yes, you can move from one point to another one day, then these are businesses that you should engage in now. And it is that business that the government of the day and even Africa as a whole, or the world as a whole, is looking up to. So instead of you having 4 matches box, you having 5 packet cigarette moving around the street selling them, then I advise that you go back home and start this type of businesses. They are going to help you big time. They are even going to help the nation. You know, if you are now in the city and you actually don't have much to do, and you are just moving office to office begging, or you are selling things that will not even afford you a profit margin of 10,000 a day, then you have to go and start these businesses now. They are in demand. Once you start running them, you get a lot of profits when you sell them. Yeah, people may want to say, man, you've highlighted all these businesses, but these are things that involves a lot of capital to start. Yes, they do involve capital to start, but if you have that passion, that belief that you can start them, then you can start it small while thinking big, because it is not something that you will just grab and see the profit today. It is going to take time and time and time. So as you keep investing in that type of business, you get the money. Without much ado, let me give you these business ideas. I think you'll be shocked by me putting all these business ideas to you, saying that, man, why can't you go back to the village and do this yourself? I want to clearly put it to you that all these businesses that I'm stating here are businesses that I'm engaged in my very self, and I've realized a lot of income from then over the past years I've been in it. So I don't want to be selfish in whatever undertakings I'm doing, because I have seen a lot of youth groups, I've seen a lot of women's folks, I've seen a lot of citizens just moving around the city, and they are not doing anything. And this is not good for our country. So if we could engage in this type of businesses that I'll be stating in this video, probably it will change our life. Even if you are not doing it, if you have people who can employ you in doing such businesses, please don't underrate it. Just go into rate, you learn. Whilst you are there, you do some savings and establish your own. You want to know the business idea that I'm talking about here, but I want you to give me a promise in the comment section that you have to undertake one of these ideas that I've shared with you and give it a test, so that you will see the result it will bring to you. Because we are not engaged in this type of businesses as a nation, majority wise, we are struggling a lot with our foreign exchange. We are struggling with a lot of other things. Yeah, just sit back, think about the food you are eating now. Tell me the things that are in that food that are manufactured locally. You just tell me. Every other thing we eat is being imported into this country. And so if you take this type of business now, that money that goes for importation will be transferred to you, and then you will be rich at the end of the day, because it is not going to be a small piece of money. It's going to be a big time money for you, and you may be surprised as to why this type of money is coming to you at this present moment. You know, they are businesses that the nationwide, the whole world is looking at. In fact, Africa, looking at our population growth, you know, it is expected that 60% of Africans should be able to manufacture their own food. And if that holds, because of the population growth that is expected by 2025 to 2050, then you have that chance to start doing it small. So by the time that statistics comes, you are already established. Could you even imagine people like Dangote establishing this type of business now? Nobody might have thought that he himself will be engaged in this type of business, but he has established it, and he has even put in place plant factories that will provide him this type of business products at the end of the day, so that he will be making additional money in that sector, because that sector is in demand. Without much ado, that business idea is circled around a single term that is called agriculture. Don't smile, don't sit about, don't be weak. These are businesses that will help us as a nation. It will help the entire world if you have that energy, if you have that finances, if you have the ability to start now and move on from one point to another. In agriculture, there are a lot of potential. And one of the business I would advise you to go into today is rice production. You see, our country's staple food is rice. And 90% of the food we eat, the rice we eat, is being imported, which is costing the government and us as citizens a lot of money. We all know the arable land size we have that has yet to be utilized. So if any one of us can go back home and explore this opportunity and say, for example, go into farming and then farm like 40, 50 or 20 or 10 acres of land and then plant rice, then at the end of the planting period, you process that rice and then you put it in the bag. You can put it in certain bags that is prescribed by your very self, if that's what you want, or if you want to sell it by cups, you can do that, so that by selling them and you making a lot of money. We all know rice is in demand in this country, and so if you are the producer of rice at a large scale, small scale, medium scale, whatever scale you produce rice, there are that tendency that you are going to sell. So as you sell and get more money, you think about widening your scope in farming. So rice farming is one big business that I will advise you today to go into. It is a big time business that will give you a lot of money. The next business idea I want to share with you, you may be underrating it, and it is so in demand today, is okra business. We call it okra. If you have 5-6 acres of okra or okra plants, man, you're going to make a lot of money. Now in the market, 3 okra is costing us 2,000, just 3 pieces. So if you have bags of okra at the end of the processing period, imagine the amount of money you'll be getting. So because of the demand and the quantity that you'll be producing, and others will follow, because this is not going for just a single man, going for the entire nation. For those who are unemployed at the moment, this advice is going for you. If 60% or 40% of us can engage in agriculture, then we'll be transforming the mindset of this nation. We'll be transforming our mindset to office job. So okra planting or okra farming is one big business that you can engage in today and make a lot of money. And with the expectation that a bag of okra, the rice bag of okra, is now at 2,500,000. So imagine if you have 20-25 bags of okra and that you process and transfer it to the city here for sales. Imagine the amount of money you'll be getting just from that production you've done. It has a lot of potential. So let's not just sit down in the city, or we have 4 boxes of cigarettes, we have change medicine, quote and unquote, we have arata medicine, and then we see we are in the city, we are making money. There are a lot of potential out there that we can explore and make a lot of money. The next business idea I would like to tell you that also surround around agriculture is maize farming. Maize farming is a big time business that one could engage in presently. Because of the potential around this type of business and the already existing market, you don't need to fear starting this type of business. Because once you have the production done, you can have a complete market for that type of business. If you want to roast it, you can do it. If you want to turn it into cornmeal, the market is already there. If you want to sell it by bags to poultry farmer, the market is already there. It has a whole lot of market that, to an extent, you don't have to keep it for even 2 months or 1 month. As long as you want to sell it, no matter the quantity, you're going to have a buyer for it. So maize farming is one big business I would advise you to go into today and make a lot of profit. The essence why I'm making this video is because I've really observed around town and beyond that all that we eat, 80 to 90% of what we eat are not produced by us. It's coming from another country. And that country is getting money for the things that are coming, whilst we are taking money from this country to them. At the end of every investment period in that nature, if the exchange rate increases, our loan depreciates because there is no value that we're bringing in. And one thing we've done as citizens of this nation, which I think is a big mistake, is that we've let go all the businesses in the hands of foreigners. And because they are foreigners, they have their family, they want to develop their country. Once they go out there and sell most of our products here, they are not bringing in the forex. They will divert that money to their country and come back and search for another possible means of getting money to develop their own nation. And that is what I want to discourage all of us to today in this video. I want us to engage in little things that will bring some money into the country by you. The money is not going to be owned by the country. It is going to be owned by you. But the fact that you are bringing in, it circulates around the country. And by so doing, there's going to be a lot of cash in the country. If there is no money in the country, then we experience what we're experiencing today. Because all we get is what we bring into this country. So if you involve yourself into rice farming, okra farming, maize farming, and the next one will be the chili farming, which is pepper farming, you underrate that. You will look at it and say, this guy is crazy. It's because he's sitting down there, everything is okay with him. That's why he's talking about this type of businesses. But I'm going to give you an assignment for you to just try an acre of pepper, and then you see the result that will bring to you at the end of the selling period. You will then look at it and say, this is going to be my business. You know, it will bring you a lot of money. You know, if you look at the market today, the only bag of pepper is 1,500,000 leones. So if you have, say, 50 bags, 60 bags per process, per farming calendar, do you know what that is going to translate to? You're going to get money that's maybe even more than that person working in the office per year. There are numerous opportunities we can explore today. If you want to go into pineapple farming, there is already existing market. You know, there are companies that are interested in buying pineapple so that they produce pineapple juice. Even though they are here wanting to produce that kind of products, they are still struggling with the raw materials. They don't have it. Most times they go to neighboring countries like Ivory Coast, Guinea, Ghana, and bring those type of things. Do you imagine what happens in that? They are going to take our own money that is supposed to be circulating in Sierra Leone. That money is going to go to the neighboring countries, and then what is going to happen? We're going to be sitting in the street and say everything is difficult. Our exchange rate is just floating right up there, and our currency is depreciating. We have to contribute in our own way to ensure that we bring the results that this country needs, the result that we need as a nation, so that we transform the image of this country just like others are doing presently. So if you go into that type of business, pineapple production, you know, pineapple farming, you're going to get money that is beyond your own imagination. It is a business that is so wide, it's vast. If you want to plant it and then turn it into a pineapple juice, you can practice that and then do it. There are so many opportunities in this country that still we've not been able to explore. All we need is to sit in the offices and have that comfort. So if you have a side hustle that you can hustle and bring some money into your pocket, then it's going to be very good for us. The next business I will advise you to do, just watch around and ask for what we call watermelon. Ask for one watermelon and how much it costs. It is not coming from the diaspora. It is not coming from the house. It is coming from the land that we have. So if you can explore the opportunity to plant watermelon, and you will have money at the end of the day. The market is there. People like it, but the product is not up to the demand. So let's go in there now and start farming, because it will help us so much. There are a whole lot of opportunities in the farming sector, but yet we are yet to explore it. You go to other countries, they are doing it. There are value additions to most of these products. It is only now we're trying to do that. That again is another way you can also engage in the agricultural product. You are there to manufacture this product into the end product so that the consumer out there will have the finished goods. And you have people who supply you the raw materials. You know, so that way, if you don't want to go to the bush to farm, you will be there now turning these raw materials into finished good by adding value to them. So in a nutshell, there are a lot of opportunities that you can explore, and this video will follow the next business ideas that you now should engage in and make a lot of money. I want to say thank you very much for watching this video, and don't forget to watch this next video that will give you a detailed analysis of another business idea that are quite apart from the agricultural sector that you can engage in.